Have you experienced a situation where you're trying to pass an information across to your spouse and the person does not just get it? Like the person completely misunderstands you and you're wondering, where is this misunderstanding coming from? Or you are trying to draw the person's attention to a particular attitude or a particular issue. You keep repeating it over and over again and the person does not simply get to understand your point. Hello. It may not necessarily mean that the person is ignoring you. It could just be that you are passing that information across to that person different from the way he or she understands and processes information. Welcome to Relationship Matters. My name is Dr. Ufuoma Nwachukwu. So today, we're going to be starting a new series, basically looking at understanding your spouse. The reason why a lot of marriages fail is because of lack of understanding. Even when somebody feels he or she is communicating, the other person is not getting it. So it is a fundamental issue in making your marriage to thrive. The focus today will be on learning style. Yes, when we talk about understanding your partner, we're going to be looking at various areas, but the focus today will be on how learning style affects how you understand your partner and how you communicate with your partner. Now, what is learning style? The learning style simply means the way somebody understands and processes information. So in a school setting, for instance, a child might simply be able to understand it when you say 1 + 1 is 2. Just by hearing it, the person does mental mathematics and is able to say, okay, 1 + 1 is 2. That is an auditory learner. He hears it and understands. But for a visual learner, the teacher has to practically go to the board and write 1 + 1 is 2. He has to see it. There's another category called the kinesthetic learner. That one you have to demonstrate it to the person. Bring one orange and you bring another orange. Combine it together. Yes, that's when the person will understand. So that's a kinesthetic learner. But there is also another learning style that is called read and write. But our focus for today will be on those 3 major learning styles. Now, bringing it down to marriage, how does this affect your communication? How does it affect how you understand your relationship? So somebody that has a particular learning style most often will want to also pass information across in that same learning style, forgetting that the person is passing that information across to might have another learning style. So for instance, when I was growing up, whenever I wanted to pass information across to my husband, to my dad, I would prefer writing him a long note instead of coming to meet him to talk to him face to face because of my own learning style. Now I got married too, and then my husband, whenever you are telling him something, for instance, you say, you give him a call, or he's about to leave the house and you say, please help me buy soap on your way back. My husband will tell you, put it down in writing. Get a sheet of paper, a piece of paper, and write it down and give it to me. And for real, if you don't, he will not buy it. Not because he didn't want to, but he wouldn't remember. But if you put it down for him, once he sees it, it gets stuck in his memory. If it's a call you put across to him, he will tell you, send it as a message. So that tells you he is a visual learner. When he sees it, he assimilates it. But if I don't understand that this is his learning style, even before I understood, I will always have this feeling that, but what is your own self? Why must I have to go and look for a piece of paper to write it that I said, just help me buy soap? Soap. Why can't you just get it? Soap. It was when I understood what learning styles are that I got to understand what he meant. And so today, if he tells me write it down, I don't feel offended. I don't feel, why can't you just assimilate this simple thing? So in your marriage, it will help you better if you understand your spouse's love learning style and you communicate in that learning style. It could also, another way to help you understand it also are examples that have to do with how you show love. Okay, so the person will understand better that somebody that has a visual learning style will understand your love better, will understand better that you are showing her love. If you write it down, you flood her inbox with messages of I love you, send her love letters, send her roses. She sees it because she's a visual learner. The auditory learner, if you like, send all the flowers, get all the courier services, send everything. If you don't say it to her, she wouldn't really assimilate that, oh, this person really loves me. And the person that is a kinesthetic learner would want you to show it in your act of service. So demonstrate that you love me. So you have to hold my hands, you have to hug me, you have to, do you understand? You have to do acts to show that you really love that person. And if there is conflict in your learning style compared to your partner's learning style, and you do not get to understand the person's learning style, you will be frustrated because you will feel asked, I'm trying to communicate to this person does not get it. This person doesn't get it. Upon all I do to show her that I love her, she doesn't get it. I keep saying I love her, but she doesn't get it, simply because you are not communicating in the person's love language, or there is an attitude the person is putting up and you've been trying to explain to the person and the person does not get it, simply because you are not communicating in the right way. So I have a daughter who I will give instructions, and every time I come back, the thing will be undone. Like, she will not do what I asked her to say, and sometimes she'll just tell you things like, you didn't tell me anything like that, I didn't hear anything like that. I was like, wow. It was really frustrating and annoying until I learned about love languages, and I understood that if I want to give her instructions, it has to be written. But then another twist to this is, you don't just say, okay, my learning style is auditory, so this must be the only way you communicate to me. No, you also have to learn the other learning styles and learn to receive information using the other learning styles, because hey, you are not the only person in the world, and the other person might not understand you until the person has taken time to study you. So if you want to live a life that is void of so much stress, also learn how to receive information using the other types of learning style. But today the focus is on your relationship. So what are you going to do differently? Note that if you understand your spouse's learning style, it will reduce fight, it will reduce misunderstanding in your relationship, and you will be able to communicate with that person in the way he or she understands. So today, what are you going to do to understand? And after understanding, to practice your partner's learning style. Put that in the comment section. Until our next edition, do not forget to like this video. Do not forget to share this video. Do not forget to subscribe to this channel where we help you to build love that lasts.